Hi again then guys, and welcome to another tune setup for one of the new vehicles, one of the 9 cars from the 1.29 patch, and this time we're going straight in with the Subaru Impreza, the 22B, very popular car, one of, it would seem, the most popular cars of the pack overall. Not too surprising, tons of people love the car. As I've said before, it's my personal favourite version of the Impreza. Now, for this particular tune, there are tons of different things that you could do. You could do a drag build, a drift build, a rally build, and that's the great thing about the car. You can pretty much use it for anything. But what I opted to do is to see how competitive it could be, or how OP it could be, in a reduced category, N200. And as it turns out, it's good in N200. Now, it's not quite as quick as my N200 NSX, but that's not too surprising given how good the NSX is already. Now, as far as the upgrades, I'd recommend dropping the weight as much as you can, and as far as power, you want to reduce it to 84% to get down to N200. Of course, those are optional. Well, the power isn't, but the weight is optional, of course, and balance of performance can change that kind of stuff anyway. Traction control, I would recommend having turned off. Trust me, you do not need it on this car. We've got sport softs, just to give you an idea of what it can do under most circumstances, and of course, with racing tyres, it will potentially be even quicker. As far as suspension, we've got the ride height on 120mm, front and rear, frequency on 2.10, anti-roll on 5, front and back. Then for the dampers, we've got 64 for compression, 91 for the rebound, neutral camber, not too surprisingly for an all-wheel drive car, neutral toe as well. You cannot adjust the downforce on this one. As far as the diff, I've opted for the lowest initial torque, as you can see, then the highest settings all round for both acceleration and braking. And then the centre split, I've opted for 35/65, which is basically making it as tail happy as possible. It doesn't really work that way though, because it's still got so much grip. It just allows the front end to be much more precise, so I definitely recommend that. I've actually, as you can see, kept the gearbox manual. So if you want to give it a race gearbox, you certainly can, and you could definitely potentially make it even quicker again. But I also, again, wanted to show what it could do with relatively minimal tuning. We haven't really done much extreme tune, well, we haven't really done an extreme tune to this at all, and yet you'll see the potential that it has when you see it out on the track. So to show what it can do, let's take it out to our usual test course of Dragon Trail. Now, in terms of lap time, there are certain things that you could definitely do to make this one even quicker. The 2 primary ones are, of course, the tyres. That goes without saying, racing tyres will be even quicker, but you could fit the race gearbox, because of course you will be quicker with it. I just wanted to show what it could do without the race gearbox. So basically, super beginner friendly, very easy to tune, very easy to use, and yet such a good car as well. Now, in terms of lap time, it's pushing around a 2:02 lap, 2 minutes 2 seconds. That's with the stock gearbox, so again, you could definitely go quicker than that. And again, up against my NSX, which I believe was just under 2 minutes, that did, if I recall correctly, have the full race transmission. So for this with a stock transmission to be not too far behind, that's not bad at all. Overall though, I would say that this is definitely a more beginner friendly and a more forgiving car than the NSX, because of the all-wheel drive in particular. Plus, you can repurpose this tune to N300, 400, 500, whatever you need. So, of course, that's it for this build overall. I hope you have a ton of fun with it if you do decide to use it, and incidentally, if you like the JUN Tribute livery as well, you can get that from my storefront, and you can click here on screen to see all of my other tunes for GT Sport. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.